So when the social media giant Facebook gives you a tool to use to actually grow your account organically, please use it. In today's video, we're going to talk about how you can use Facebook stories strategically, creatively, and even to increase the amount of people asking about your services and products. Now, if you're interested in topics about digital marketing, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon because I release a new video every Thursday to help you grow your business online. Now, the first thing you need to consider when you're doing Facebook stories is to do it strategically. So what this means is you're going to choose one topic to talk about on your Facebook stories each time. So this one topic needs to be divided into 4 stories at the minimum. This means that you're going to create a storyline so that it can be strategic and really grab the attention of your fans. So if you actually think of it this way, imagine you're scrolling on Facebook and you're going through the Facebook stories. Then you see a business that has posted a story on their Facebook business page. You go into that story and you just see shoe for sale. That's it. So it doesn't actually prompt you or even prepare you to buy this shoe. So that's why I recommend you go back to high school English or middle school English or elementary school English, basically wherever you learned how to write stories, and think of it how English teachers would think of it. Every story has a beginning, a middle, a climax, and an end. So your story on Facebook needs to introduce the topic you're going to be talking about. Then you need to talk about the topic, making the most important thing your climax, and then you have the conclusion where you conclude the entire story topic. This way, it's very easy for your audience to understand what is happening and what you're actually talking about. And when your fan actually consumes your content in the right way, it will lead to a higher conversion rate later on. Which brings us to the second point. You should always add in a call to action. These are terminologies I made up. I don't know if they're real, but this is how I think of it. A light call to action is something that takes very little effort from your viewer and very little effort from your fan. And a heavy call to action is something that will require a lot of work, maybe them signing up, filling out a form, getting out of Facebook to another website, and so on. These are the different types of heavy call to actions. And in each topic, you need to have one call to action at least. So this means you can choose to add in a call to action that is a light call to action or a heavy call to action in your Facebook stories. And on Facebook, you have the option of putting in light call to actions, like the poll where you have the audience choose a yes or no answer to a question that you have, or you have the heavy option where you can go into the link sign and choose whatever you like from the buttons that are appearing. Now, depending on the type of page you have and depending on what you have enabled and what information you've provided Facebook with, you're going to have different options on your account. So I don't have my number on my Facebook business page, so that's why it's appearing in gray. And so if the heavy call to action that I would want to add is for you to book a call with me, I would choose book now, which will allow Facebook to tell my fans that they can book a call with me in my Facebook stories. Now, the third thing that you need to pay attention to is how you're going to be creating the creative part of your Facebook story. You can either create or design your story on an application called Unfold or on Canva, and I have a specific video about how you can use Canva to design right here if you like to learn more about how you can design it with Canva. But in general, you can use one of these 2 options, or you can go into your Facebook story and create and design within Facebook stories. So the options that you have within the Facebook stories to actually get creative with are the brush, which gives you 2 options of brushes, the solid brush and like a spray can brush, where you can choose specific colors to outline and decorate your Facebook story. And you can use text based on the colors of your brand and how the text will appear on your story. Now you can go through it and see the different types of fonts you have there and how you can have a background color, if it's solid, if it's transparent, if there's no background color, and so on over there on Facebook, because you gotta get a little bit creative with how you're creating your Facebook stories so that your audience can continue to watch and stay engaged with your Facebook stories. Now you also have the option of adding in stickers where you can add in the emojis, you can add in a GIF, you can add in things to design your entire story. One very important thing that you should always be adding in is the location of your story, if you feel safe enough to put the location that you're actually at. And you should also have a tag. So the tag would either be to your business page or to someone else if it is relevant. Please don't tag random people in your posts and your stories because that's just weird. Just tag them if they're actually either in the picture or you're talking about them. That's the only 2 times that you should really be tagging people. The reason why I tell you should actually keep a tag for your business page on every story that you have is just because if you're an actual user on Facebook stories or Instagram stories, you can realize that when you want to go into someone's profile and you try to click on their name, it usually takes you back to another story, and then you're gonna have to go back and try again to click on the person's name so that you can get to their profile. So because you're tagging your business page in the story with a big button, you can actually help your audience get to your profile and get to your business page, which will increase your organic reach. You also have an option to trim a video. So if you're doing a Facebook story that has a video, Facebook gives you the option of trimming the video from the beginning and in the end so that you can have a video there, which will save a lot of time for the people who go into an application just to cut out the first part and the end part of the Facebook story. And then you also have the effects part where you can add in effects to your story depending on what you're saying. Now you need to pay attention that if you're saying something really important, you don't want an effect that's completely distracting and everything is happening here because you want people to focus on what you're saying. So make sure that when you're trying to say something really important, you don't choose an effect that is a little over the animated part and gets all these flying things on the screen. So just make sure that you're just choosing something that's a little bit calmer and will help people understand what you're saying. Now, if you're liking this video, please give me a thumbs up and add in the comments below what new tip did you learn from the Facebook story video that you just watched. Also, if Facebook is a topic you're interested in, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, because in next week's video, I'm going to talk about the hidden features that are found within your Facebook business page. And that's it. I'll see you in next week's video.